Good day, peasants, and welcome to Denmark News. My name is Imovie and I'm here to discuss the major tragedy that has occurred here in Denmark. It is a terrible day befallen to the royal family, as old Hamlet had died while resting in his chambers. Furthermore, not only we mourn of the king's death, but wedding bells are ringing at the same time. An unfortunate day had turned into bliss in a couple of months as Queen Gertrude married to Claudius. Talk about the queen being easy or sleazy. Claudius has now become our new king. Congratulations to him. In the meantime, I'm picking more news. Hamlet has seen his father's ghost recently, thanks to the information from Bernardo and Francisco. It is heard that old Hamlet has been murdered by his less attractive brother Claudius, who poured poison in his ears while he was sleeping. Besides this discovery of the new king's murderous act, it has driven young Hamlet to have suspicious manners. Yes, people from Denmark confirm Hamlet had gone mad. Dear old Polonius has made a conclusion that it was the absence of Ophelia's love that had drew him out of reality and caused Claudius bringing Rosencrantz and Guildenstern to do a bit of spying to sought answers for this illness as well. But others rumor that Hamlet is briskly planning his revenge on his uncle using this act to avoid suspicion. In the end though, revenge only leads to tragic, and tragic leaves everyone to live happily ever after. Now we'll head to commercial break. Please stay tuned to Denmark News. Do you have a problem in life? Are you being emo?
I feel like cutting myself.
Did your mother marry a bum?
Yes, she did.
Then call 1-800-666-SANE and get your dosage of sanity.
Howdy y'all, my name's Billy Bob, and today we'll get the chance to sing more lovely things about the lovely Ophelia. Woo-hoo! She's right here, and we're going to see her a bit floating in her so-called brook. Let us all see what she's doing right now. Here we are. Well, hello there, fair Ophelia.
Oh, hello! How should I, your true love, know from another one by his cockle and staff and his sandal shoe? He is dead, gone and dead, lady, he is dead. At his head a green, green grass turf, at his heels a shoon. Oh, what brings you here to my underwater bed?
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions right now?
No, not at all. Larded with sweet flowers, which be wept by the grave with true love showers.
Well, first of all, we would like to know what you doing in that brook, since I heard you can't swim.
Oh, I was just hanging some garlands on the willow tree right there. And the branch that I was on snapped and I fell into the riverbed. Unfortunately, I'm a bit too heavy for the water.
Well, you seem to enjoy the water right there, am I right?
Oh, absolutely. I do enjoy the water. It is very refreshing. It washes the sadness away from my body. A tranquilizing sensation. Especially to my toes. I can't feel them at all.
Now, is there anything troubling your mind?
Besides being insane? It's nothing important, really. Just light problems like my Hamlet killing my father and his hasty departure to England. Wasn't I good enough for him? I mean, since we are both crazy people.
Yeah, that doesn't seem to be a big deal at all. Speaking of your Hamlet, I believe you had an infatuation with him?
Hamlet, my psychotic boyfriend. It was not a simple crush. I loved him and still do. My father told me to stay away from him and I obeyed him since I am his only beloved daughter. Even though I admired Hamlet, my love for my father is strong as well. So it's impossible for me to refuse an order. One day though, Hamlet went to my chamber and appeared to me like a wild beast. He didn't say anything and he just stared at me. And he was gripping my wrist. Well, I didn't really mind that. After a few minutes, he left. I went to the castle to return his letters and his gifts. But he denied that he gave them to me. And he told me to go to a nunnery and said that there will be no more marriages. He broke my heart. He broke it into tiny little pieces. I didn't know if he loved me or hated me.
That must be very hard, Ophelia. Princes and all men can be weird sometimes. He did say he loved you, and it was as Hazman that sing the sun. He didn't deny it in his letter either.
I'd love to believe that, but love or hate, I'll never know. I'll be dead soon. Anyways, I must depart. St. Peter is calling me already. It's time for my next interview.
Well, I'm very sorry to hear the bad news. I hope you'll find peace soon. Thank you very much for your time, and see you much, much later. Oh, and by the way, nice garland decorations. It really brings a lovely color of your silken dress.
Oh, well, thank you. Well, you must look good, even in the afterlife.
And once again, there was the fair Ophelia, the broken-hearted lady. This is Billy Bob on D-Mark News. Thank you for tuning in.
Lastly, on to Amelia with her interview with Gertrude. She'll be talking to us within spirit of her whole option of the whole ordeal.
Hi there, I'm Amelia, a spiritual psychic, and on set with me right now is Queen Gertrude, the woman who is infamous for her 2 marriages of old Hamlet and Claudius, both being brothers. Right now, she's in spirit with us. She is very difficult to spot to mere mortals.
Good afternoon, Amelia. I am here for the interview you've wanted.
Why, of course, I would like to uncover some answers that have been hiding in the land of Denmark.
But it would be nice if you can sit on the other chair. I'm over here.
Oh, very sorry, Queen Gertrude. It's hard to see you where you are, you know.
Thank you.
See, what do you think the cause of his bizarre behavior? From Polonius' view, he said he was madly in love with Ophelia, if you know what I mean.
Besides your pawn, I doubt that Polonius was correct. It was mainly because of his father's death and my overhasty marriage to Claudius that stirred young Hamlet. He wasn't too happy about that, calling my bed a nasty sty indeed, shouting frailty, thy name is woman. I can see how being shipped off to England would do him good, although I'll be constantly worrying if he's okay.
I don't blame for the Waco prince. Don't you think it's a little too early for your second marriage?
What else can a woman in my position do? I'm the Queen of Denmark. I have a kingdom to rule, subjects to think about, and a son who lost a father figure. I had no options but to marry him. I can't rule alone. Also, Claudius and I both love each other deeply. It's hard to explain, but I do not restrain my heart. Neither should Hamlet. I wouldn't give a second thought if Ophelia were to wed my son. She would have made a good wife.
Right. Love does come in strange packages. But haven't you considered Hamlet ascending to the throne?
I thought about that through and through, but you have said it yourself that Hamlet is acting strange. He seems to be in his own thoughts and contemplating too much after his father's death. I cannot let him rule when he couldn't handle his own problems, let alone a kingdom.
Do you not trust your own flesh and blood, son?
I am. A worried mother who loves her son. It would not be right for him to rule when he has enough stress. He may be alienated towards me, but I still respect him no matter which state he is in. And I hope young Hamlet would understand this and forgive my certain choices.
I can see how your point leads to, Queen Gertrude. Thank you for the time and congratulations of the marriage.
Welcome, but the marriage was long gone and I'm kind of dead.
Well, there we have it. Looks like we've got a dramatic story unfolding here. Back to you again, 3B.
Alright, thank you, Amelia. Our time is finally over, and thank you again for watching D-Mark News. Stay tuned for next time as we discuss another tragic story, starring Macbeth. Good night, got nat.